Hello, everybody. Welcome to Clantus Podcast. I know it's been a hot minute. Guys, for the past 3.5 months, I've been pretty ill. It kind of like got worse a month and a half ago when my illness developed into pneumonia, but it was not terrible pneumonia. It was the beginning stages of pneumonia. It was quickly caught by the doctors. Actually, I had to call myself an ambulance because things were just not looking good at all. I am fine, but I would not say I'm 100% all right. Now, according to the doctors, when they were, doing their little tests, I don't know if I shared this with you before. In 2020, during Covovo, I did catch it and I did struggle from the virus. Fortunately, I survived, but it had done some few damages on my lungs. I think they call them alveoles. Is it? That sounds like an Italian food to me. Whatever it is, those little sponges inside of my lungs, some of them kind of got damaged. And whenever I fall ill, like for example, a flu, it will take a while before I actually recover from the flu. I think as well, some fluids that are supposed to be helping with the breathing process, they will be absent periodically. And I used to feel them like, oh, okay. Every time when I try to talk, I would literally cough. And when I do cough, I would feel like my lungs are squeezing out water. Sometimes they will even spill out of my mouth. And I was like, okay, what's happening? Because I remember this back in 2020. Well, it turns out not everything kind of healed, which now also makes me wonder, not, are we still allowed to use the word vaccination on YouTube? Yeah, because I didn't. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to complicate any things, and I also don't want to worry myself much. But apparently, going forward, whenever I catch a cold, I really need to stop it before it even begins, which I always do because there's this thing called Medlemon that we have here in South Africa, which I kind of like plugged a lot of my American friends who live in South Africa. Whenever they catch a cold, I'm like, have this. And they come back and like, you are a magical worker. I'm like, yeah, miracles too. Anyways, we are not there. Guys, there is something that I always wanted to talk about with you since November 5th. Well, you know what happened in America on November 5th. You guys went to the polls and you elected. And of course, we did see the contestants, the third part, what do you guys call the third person? Which was quite interesting because this is the lady that they were going to throw their votes on, because they didn't believe in the Democrats or the Republicans, at some stain woman or whatever the case might be, all because of issues that are happening in the Middle East, particularly Gaza, and how some Palestinians that are now American citizens with voting rights, I mean, we're adamant that they are not going to vote for Kamala Harris, even though black people were like, you'll be making a grave mistake. So we saw songs that were being made and people being threatened if they voted for Kamala Harris. They are no longer welcome to their homes. And we even saw Latinos for Trump. And this song just lives rent free in my mind. Maybe it's because of Tabitha Speaks Politics. Now she's made it her theme song towards the end of a video. I will vote for Donald Trump. That song kills me every for several reasons. For several reasons, because I was watching with shock how some Latinos, which now I understand is internalized racism on their part, not only just internalized racism towards black people, but also towards a woman. So Kamala Harris was hit by a double whammy, woman plus black. And so now things are looking quite interesting post 5th November. 2024, and now we are in 2025. And before this FAFO was a thing, I would hear it from my African American friends that are living in South Africa. I think I heard about it maybe a year before the elections in the US. And they would speak with each other, and they would say, "Yeah, fuck around and you'll find out." And and now it became a thing. Now I'm like, wow, it's now part of my vocabulary as well here in South Africa with things that are happening in my own country as well. And I always say to my people, fuck up and you'll find out type of situation. Not fuck up, fuck around and you'll find out type of situation. I hope I have not said this F word too many times for YouTube to flag the video. But anyways, basically that is a new thing for all of us, or most of us, that utilizes on our daily vocabulary, which is something that is incredible, I must say, because it's living up to its meaning. If you are going to do things that are against your own interest, expect things that are not in your interest to unfold. Like Latinos for Trump, Cubans for Trump. I even saw a young man who said he was going to move mountains and turn the sky pink if he has to before he voted for Kamala Harris. And the next thing we knew, he was in handcuffs, deported to Cuba. And I'm like, so how that worked for you? I will vote for Donald Trump. That song, it's just ringing. As I'm speaking to you guys, it's just ringing in my head. Like, get out of me. Okay. So I also hear you guys are doing some really impressive things out there in the US, and I'm talking about my African Americans. Oh gosh. Yeah, you two foundational Americans. How is it working for you as well? Because if you are a foundational American, whatever you guys call yourselves, and you were part of DEI, how's it working for you? Hmm? Are you seen it as American, not African American? How's it working for you? I'm just interested, innocently asking, because Donald Trump, when he looks at you, he sees Africa. He doesn't see America. You might have a hyphen, America, but he doesn't see you that way. How's the foundational part working for you? I'm just asking innocently. I'm just an innocent guy asking an innocent question. Yeah, do your thing in the comment section. Because sometimes I ask myself, if we are not part of you, then why do you find it easy to slide yourself in spaces you don't belong? So much so that you even leave a comment. What does that say? It says that you are not convinced about your convictions regarding you being a foundational American. No, it be, is it FBA? Yeah, it doesn't you are not convinced because you're a little bit afraid to go and get tested and come back, and you hear that so much percentage of you belongs to this part of West Africa and this part of you belongs to this part of Africa. You are going to avoid that with everything in your body. But anyways, I'm not here to bash you. Do you, boo? Anyways, I'm not here for long. It's just that I came here to say hello, proof of life, and I'm here with I will vote for Donald Trump. Get out of my head, get out of my head. So I just came to say hi. And hey, those of you that I've spent some time with when you came to South Africa, thank you so much. It's always great meeting you. And if you are rolling down here, please. Oh, yeah, by the way, a friend of mine, maybe I should just say this once and for all. We are starting our own tourism company. In fact, we already started. It's just few things that we need to iron out because he's kind of busy with some few things. I'm also kind of busy with other few things. But at some point, we are going to meet up, and then we will let you know. I will announce it here when we start taking in clients. Trust and believe me, it's going to cater for ordinary African Americans, or anybody that wants to come to South Africa from the Caribbean, from Canada, from the UK, Australia, you name it. If you want to come to South Africa our package is going to be very affordable and will give you the South African experience. We've been looking at places and talking to a few people and activities that you guys we would like you to partake in, so that for us it's going to be more like a retreat rather than it being all out there type of situation. We want you to live the South African life when you are here. Experience South African life. Like I always say, it's all good and well to go to tourist areas of South Africa, but the heart and soul of South Africa is not there. And we want to take you to the heart and soul of South Africa at a cheap price, as well as enjoy South African life for 14 days. And whatever package that you are going to choose, yes, definitely you will also see some animals because we are busy also looking into that. But we want you to mostly experience South Africa and South Africans, the music, everything, the food, especially the food as well, and show you places as well that you could potentially would like to reside in. You don't have to buy, but actually get to see how Black people also live in South Africa. It's not always the townships or the transitions and peripheries of South Africa, or rurals for that matter, but also Black South Africans living their best lives, living in posh suburbs that are very affordable. And I think if you would be told of the price, you might even cry. That is part of what we are putting together. But I will officially announce this right now. We're just putting patches here, there, and there, and then we are going to let you know. We are also going to be selling a travel guide for you guys, for those of you who are thinking of coming to South Africa but haven't yet made up your minds. We are putting that together for you so that you get here comfortably and with all the knowledge that you need to have with you. And that, guys, if this video was, what am I saying? If this video was of any value to you, please do not leave without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And the reason why I'm almost having a tongue twister, it's because it's after 2 a.m. in the morning and it's time for me to go to bed. We'll talk next time. Goodbye, guys.